Most Canadians look at a retirement number like 1.5 million and think, we've done it, we're safe. But here's the part almost no one talks about. You can have 1.5 million and still spend like someone with half of that, simply because the wrong structure quietly eats away at your income. You can also have 1.5 million and live extremely comfortably if your accounts, taxes, withdrawal order, and timing are coordinated in the right way. And that's why this number is so misleading, because 1.5 million isn't a finish line, it's a starting point. And what it actually buys you depends entirely on how your money is taxed, how you withdraw it, and how long it needs to last. Two couples can retire with the exact same balance, but one enjoys a confident, predictable income stream, while the other faces higher taxes, OAS clawbacks, portfolio strain, and the constant fear of overspending. The difference isn't the number, it's the plan behind the number. And that's exactly what we're unpacking today. What 1.5 million really means for your spending power in retirement. Hi, I'm Tanya Solsla, investment advisor and financial planner at CG Wealth Management. If you're approaching retirement or already in it and you're wondering whether 1.5 million is enough, what lifestyle it actually supports, or how much you can safely spend each year, you're in the right place. Today, I'm breaking down the real spending range for a $1.5 million retirement. Not based on rules of thumbs, but based on tax rules, timing windows, and withdrawal strategies that truly determine your lifestyle. Number one, 1.5 million doesn't equal 1.5 million of spending power. One of the biggest misconceptions I see is that people assume their account balance directly reflects their spending ability. But 1.5 million in RRSPs, TFSAs, non-registered accounts doesn't mean the same thing. Here's why. RRSP withdrawals are fully taxable. TFSA withdrawals are tax-free. Non-registered accounts can trigger capital gains. So even if your total adds up to 1.5 million, your after-tax spending power may look very different depending on how it's structured. The real question is, how much of your 1.5 million goes towards your lifestyle and how much goes towards taxes? That's what determines your income, not the headline number. Number two, the first 10 years of retirement will make or break your plan. The decade after you retire is often referred to as the danger zone, not because of anything you did wrong, but because of something you can't control. Sequence of returns risk. Two people can retire with the same 1.5 million. One experiences stable or positive markets early. The other experiences a downturn. Both take withdrawals, but for the second person, those withdrawals compound losses, shrinking their portfolio permanently. Even when markets recover, the damage is already done. This is why income early in retirement needs to be flexible, responsive to market conditions, and supported by a strategy, not a fixed withdrawal rule. Without this, even $1.5 million can struggle to support the lifestyle you envisioned. Number three, taxes will determine your real retirement income. Let's walk through a simple illustration. Imagine couple A has 1.2 in RRSPs, 200,000 in TFSAs, 100,000 in non-registered. On paper, 1.5 million. But if they withdraw too much from RRSPs each year, they might face a higher tax bracket, OAS clawbacks, increasing RRIF minimums at age 72, less long-term flexibility, more tax on investment income. Now compare that to couple B, 600,000 in RRSPs, 600,000 in TFSAs, 300,000 in non-registered. Same 1.5 million, but better tax diversification. Couple B might enjoy significant after-tax income, not because they saved more, but because they saved in different accounts. This is why retirement planning is so personal. Two identical net worths can produce completely different lifestyles. Number four, so how much can you spend with 1.5 million? Here's the part everyone wants to know. When structured properly and depending on your age, your asset allocation, CPP and OAS timing, tax brackets, and expected longevity, most Canadians with 1.5 million can sustainably spend around $55,000 to $85,000 per year after tax, but that range depends heavily on your withdrawal strategy. If you simply take from whatever account feels convenient, you often fall closer to the bottom of the range. If you coordinate your withdrawals intentionally, your CPP and OAS timing intentionally, and your tax brackets intentionally, you often fall closer to the top. The number doesn't drive the lifestyle, the planning does. Number 5, how CPP and OAS timing can increase or decrease your spending. CPP and OAS are two of the most predictable income sources in retirement. But here's the nuance. Taking them early can reduce the pressure on your portfolio today, but taking them later can strengthen your income for life. For someone with 1.5 million saved, delaying benefits may reduce withdrawals in your 60s, lower your long-term tax burden, reduce the risk of OAS clawbacks later, provide more guaranteed income when you need it most. On the other hand, if your health or family situation suggests taking benefits early makes sense, that might be the better option. The key is this: CPP and OAS timing directly shapes how much your 1.5 million you actually need to withdraw, which directly shapes how long your money lasts. Number 6, withdrawal sequence is the hidden lever most Canadians miss. Let's compare two couples who retire with the same 1.5 million. Couple A delays RRSP withdrawals, spends TFSA funds early, ignores non-registered tax efficiency, hopes future taxes won't be too bad. By their early 70s, RRIF requirements force them to withdraw more than they need, pushing them into higher tax brackets and sometimes triggering OAS clawbacks. Couple B withdraws from RRSPs gradually in their 60s, leaves TFSAs untouched to grow tax-free, uses non-registered assets strategically, manages income to avoid future tax spikes. Same 1.5 million, completely different outcomes. Couple B often pays less in tax, enjoys steadier income, reduces risk of income spikes, preserves their flexibility, and in many cases ends up with more total retirement income. The difference wasn't their savings, it was their sequence. Number 7, longevity risk. Changes the spending conversation entirely. This is the part most Canadians underestimate. With increasing life expectancy, your retirement may last 25 to 35 years. The challenge isn't just, do I have enough today? It's, how do I create an income stream that adapts to a 30-year retirement with changing taxes, markets, and spending patterns? This is why many people underspend out of fear, and others overspend because they assume their early 60s spending represents their entire retirement. A strong plan balances these two realities by stress testing your portfolio, projecting taxes over decades, integrating your government benefits, managing withdrawal volatility, preparing for the survivor's income needs. Because the question isn't just, how can we spend now? It's also, how much will we need to spend later? Number 8, so what is the realistic spending number for 1.5 million? Here's a simple framework to help you contextualize your number. Baseline: if withdrawals are uncoordinated, $50,000 to $60,000 after tax. Typical range, with thoughtful planning, $60,000 to $80,000 after tax. Optimized range, with strong coordination, $75,000 to $90,000 after tax. These aren't guarantees. They're realistic, experience-based ranges I commonly see depending on your tax structure, your timing, and how you withdraw from your accounts. Again, the same 1.5 million, 3 very different retirements. The difference isn't luck, it's strategy. When people ask, how much can I spend with 1.5 million, they're really asking, will I be okay? And the truth is, yes, you can absolutely enjoy a confident, sustainable retirement with 1.5 million. But your spending power depends far more on the coordination of your decisions rather than the size of your savings. The real risk isn't running out of money. It's running a plan that misses tax traps, ignores withdrawal sequencing, or doesn't adapt as your life evolves. If you want a second opinion on your plan, book a time with me using the link in the description below.